Andy, 6 of 21 from the free throw line in the first half, and you guys managed to keep it close and then find a way to pull it out.
Yeah, I was proud of our team's resiliency. I mean, that was a game, honestly, and I've watched most of them, at least parts of most of them in this Big East SEC Challenge, and there's been a lot of knockdown, drag-out, physical basketball, and neither team has been able to score very fluidly. For us, having 80 points, that may be the high of the, who knows, but I thought the game never really established a rhythm offensively until the second half when we finally were able to make some shots. Murph got to his left hand, first play of the game, missed it. Rich, great effort, follows the ball down, missed the 2 free throws, and then all of a sudden it became an epidemic. Something that we've got to work through, but, you know, it's really out of 2 guys, let's be honest. You know, Jarvis has got to be better. 3 for 6 out of the point guard's not good enough. But it's out of 2 guys that are seniors that have shot a bunch of balls. They got to get in the gym and make them.
It was 55-55, Andy, and then Marshall hits 2 big threes. He seemed to get a little bit more in sync, especially at the early misses. I mean, talk about how he was a catalyst for you in the second half.
Yeah, I thought finally we moved him. You know, he was so hungry again. He's so hungry searching shots when he has the ball. I'm trying to get him off the ball more to allow some dribble penetration maybe to get him an open look. That's what happened the first time Jarvis was able to get in the lane. He got a rhythm shot, knocked it down. We immediately came back and tried to call his number again. We did a little handoff where he could get an angle, and he was able to knock it down. 2 huge plays, and I think when he makes shots, our team relaxes a little bit offensively.
Flip side of that, it looked like defensively you guys played one of your better games consistently.
Yeah, you know, we defended pretty well. They're obviously at a different level than what we have played. I was really pleased with the fact that their leading scorer, a kid that was getting 18 a game, we hold him to 1 for 12. He never really found rhythm, and I think that was because we were in constant harassment mode. Reg made some plays for us at the basket early. I thought it was very physical, you know, on both ends at the basket, and as a result, there were a lot of fouls called. But that's what you get when you get 2 teams from these leagues.
What do you think about Snoop knocking down some threes, especially with Marshall?
I thought Snoop was MVP of the game. And in fairness to him, and we talked about this some, it's hard, you know, when I was playing a lot of guys, he never really got into much of the rhythm. And then when I felt like he was starting to figure things out, I had to move into some backup point because of Millingham's injury, which again adds to a little more confusion, and it's not good for him or us. I thought tonight he came out and he was really locked in. He made a couple of shots early. And I thought he was the MVP for us. I think if he doesn't come off the bench and score 13 points for us, the way we were laboring offensively, it could have been a different game.
Just talk about Buckner, his performance today.
I just addressed our team, and when you get 31 and 26 out of your 2 front court guys, you would hope that you'd have a chance to win regardless of what else happens, and that's what we're about. You know, Mark goes for 17 and 15. He was all over the floor. Reg goes for 14 and 11, had 3 blocks, was a presence for us at the basket. That's what you need out of your upperclassmen. Also thought Nick had good minutes. Nick made a couple of plays. We run that little action for him to get to the center of the lane, and when we were really struggling offensively early, he was able to keep us within striking range by making a couple of shots.
It seemed like, particularly in the second half, you went to more of just having Marshall or Nick on the floor with both Snoop and Jarvis. Was that based on what the defense was showing you?
Yeah, and you know, excuse me, Marshall picked up his 3rd early in the second half. Marshall picked up his 3rd. Jarvis picked up his 3rd maybe in the first minute of the second half, so it made me a little bit nervous. But I just kind of gambled because I feel like Jarvis settles us. You know, 12 points, 5 assists, didn't turn the ball over. I think on the year he's like at 23 to 3 assists to turnover. He's kind of the guy that keeps us together. He had some good dribble penetration. Just tighten the rotation. You know, Anthony's going to be a tremendous player. I thought he gave us some good energy in the second half defensively, but this game you want to have your upperclassmen there.
And you lost 3 out of 4 non-conference games in December last year. To get this win to set the tone for the rest of December, how important could it be to build toward the rest of the season?
It's important on a number of fronts. Number one, in order to have a chance to be the team that we want to be in March, you have to protect your home floor. I've said that like a broken record, I know, but you have to protect your home floor. You have an opportunity to play at Rutgers. It's the first time Ole Miss has ever beaten a Big East team in this building. And that's saying something. I thought, you know, pre-Civil War, I thought maybe we would have snuck one out. But evidently, during the general lead threw in a hook or something, we couldn't overcome it. It just shows that we don't get many opportunities like this, so we have to take advantage of them. You know, last year it was one thing after another, planes, trains, and automobiles. I certainly hope as we get deeper into the month we don't run into those issues as it relates to injuries and players and what have you. It's a good start for us, though. We now go into finals, and then we've got a very difficult road task. I would like to figure out a way to maybe play an easier team on the road as we throw into that. That'll be a very difficult game at Middle next Saturday. That's why, again, you have to protect home.